Right, okay. The first one we're going to talk about today is the new recent DC animated feature film, Batman Saw the Dragon.
Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon in Fuse.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Which is like a original story.
Directed by Sam Liu. I've not heard of him. Produced by Kim Krieg, Sam Liu, Kimberly S. Moreau. I was just reading that, Ryan, because it's a different take on Batman, isn't it? It's a kind of Japanese DC proper.
Merger, yes.
Yeah, so these are Chinese names. It's interesting to think about how this got made. Set in the midst of the swinging 1970s, this Elseworlds adventure finds Bruce Wayne training under a master sensei. It is here that Bruce, along with other elite students, is forged in the fire of the martial arts discipline. The lifelong bonds they form will put to the test when a deadly menace arises from their past. It will take the combined efforts of Batman and world-renowned martial arts Richard Dragon, Ben Turner and Lady Shiva to battle the monsters of this world and beyond. Ryan's looking forward to it. A lot of fun. Ryan says the film does share a lot from classic 70s martial arts throwbacks. Makes this unique from all the other DC animated features out there. It embraces the silliness of this film. A lot of the main hero's backstories are well done in flashbacks, and seeing Bruce Wayne taking second fiddle to others, Richard Dragon, Lady Shiva and Ben Turner, was refreshing. In the cons, the villains are generic. Batman didn't need to be there and the characters didn't get a lot of development time in the film. Batman didn't need to be there.
That's all I'm talking about, the branding of the film. As in, they just put Batman on there because it sells.
Ah, so it's not even really a Batman film. It's this Richard Dragon character.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is like pretty much like Bond Tiger, and Lady Shiva, which is, if you're familiar with Batman lore, it's like Wars of Gold. Pre-Wars of Gold, before Wars of Gold.
Yeah, this is Bruce Wayne training like we saw in Batman Begins. You know, he's off martial arts. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and the Batman costume is only there for like Bruce Wayne, as in like Bruce Wayne to wear it for combat purposes.
So he's not fighting criminals in Gotham City. He only wears it at the very end or something.
Well, yeah, probably in other films, but in this one, not so much.
Okay. It is from DC, so the fact that it doesn't have much Batman with the ears, it's still got Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne, yes. But this is like a love homage to 1970s martial art movies, which is a fantastic love to those era kung fu movies.
Yeah, cool mashup. Batman had its silly phase in the 60s, then its serious phase in the 80s, so maybe the 70s is an in-between space that Batman can get lost in for a bit. You liked it, though. You said it was refreshing to see other characters and him to take a second fiddle.
Yeah, which is Bruce Wayne is one of the characters. The whole four-legged, like, same as the other one, like Lady Shiva, Ben Turner, and Richard Dragon.
Had you heard of these characters before?
Well, only Bruce Wayne and Lady Shiva from Arkham Origins, but the other two not so much.
Probably they existed somewhere in the Batman comic books before, but they're now making it on screen. Is this part of the new continuity? You had that whole 52 continuity thing before.
You know what? I had no idea.
Okay. It's all cast and crew, and he gives it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So this is a good DC movie, animated movie to watch.
Yeah.
And we still have that thing, do we, Ryan, where you can't watch DC website stuff in the UK?
Well, I think all those DC stuff is now moved over to HBO Max.
Right, yeah.
Which are only in America.
That one is still only in the States. So did you have this on DVD or did you watch it another way?
Well, I watched it on my phone at first. That was back in January. Thankfully, Dell brought this for me.
Of course.
Thank you. I'm going to probably use it to show you right now.
Very nice. Yeah, no, so Ryan's got the DVD of that.
So, on to the next one, which is Bonding Season 2.
I've not heard of this. This is a Netflix original series, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, I think we've done this one before. I think about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, right. Well, before we were doing RDB reviews, we would have discussed this at the cafe. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, for people that don't know, like me, the plot, totally broken, banned from every dungeon in New York City, best friends Tiff and Pete work to rebuild their reputations in the bondage community. Ryan was excited for season 2 of this show. Season 2 of Bonding was great. In the pros, this season was a slight improvement over the last season. The character arcs for our leads are more focused on the emotional side of each character and the BDSM industry. The setting itself got a major makeover after a 2-year hiatus, and the series ended on a cliffhanger that makes you hope for season 3. Cons: a lot of the moments in this season will make you skip forward and hide your kid. You don't get to know the other girls from this season that much, and you were sad to see Tiff and Pete go their separate ways. Now I'm asking, is that a plot spoiler?
Yes, it was a, but probably there was some, basically, like, there was a special one to put in.
Yeah.
So I could just, like, find a better way to finish the sentence.
All right, no, that's fine. It does conclude your point.
Thank you.
For you, it was a con that they go their separate ways, but the joy of the program will be watching that happen. You get to see how that happened, which we don't. So this is kink stuff. This is a couple in New York.
That's the bit when I said a lot of the moment this season will make you stick forward, but probably something you'll hide away from your children.
Okay.
When you watch this season, hide this show from your children. Just put them to bed before you watch it.
All right, so adult content, understood. But it's a comedy. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's not like evil deviants. And I often think of the film Seven. Have you seen Seven?
Heard the name.
Oh, don't worry. In the opening sequence has this sort of Nine Inch Nails tune, and it's all very grimy and horrible. And I think Hollywood has a way of portraying people who are kinky as sort of evil, and they're out to torture people. But I like the idea that this program is just they're relatively normal people. They have their quirks.
Yeah, like one guy is like a struggling stand-up comedian, and the other person is a student by day. He was a BDSM. Was as a dominatrix in a small town of New York City.
Yeah. Okay. So season 1 sets all that up.
Yeah. Which season 1, if you haven't seen it, it leads them like on a manhunt.
Right.
As in like running away from the cops.
Okay, so that it ends like that. So it sounds a bit like Arrested Development or Breaking Bad, one of these programs where it just goes from bad to worse, but it's not tear-jerking or it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I mean, I don't know if you can give any details about why they're banned from every dungeon in New York. Are they
because the female character is like trying to pay the wages of their clients. Like, pay the bills. Like he's in trouble for manslaughter.
Okay, right. I mean, so it delves into just things that can happen in that community. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I wonder if it's, written from kind of an expert's eye, or if it's got that 50 Shades of Grey thing where it's someone going, this is what I think it's like, but I don't know.
I recommend it, the first season of this show, before seeing this season.
How many episodes, Ryan?
Oh, they're about like 10 episodes.
Yeah, that's the staple answer nowadays. Is 10 episodes, Netflix. So you've got 20 episodes of this program to watch, season 2. And if they make a 3, if the pandemic permit, I mean, again, whether they get to go into all that, how do you do? Or
even Netflix or think to themselves, like, which ones should we invest in, continue to invest in for like the next couple of years.
Yeah, what can they make? Maybe there'll be a meeting where they go, what can we practically make? What doesn't involve people being close together? Like, if we can make programs where there aren't love scenes or that kind of thing.
Yeah,
because I don't know what the social distancing rules are on set, but we'll have to see what comes our way.
Yes, so fingers crossed.
All right.
Here you go. The next one we talk about was the new Apple TV Plus original movie starring Justin Timberlake.
And its title is Harmer, a bearded, looking like he's on the lam, hiding Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I didn't feel like he was still acting.
It looks like he's looks like he's hiding anyway. He's pretending, I'm not him.
No. Well, I can tell from like the shaved head.
Right. Okay. In the plot, after 12 years in prison, former high school football star Eddie Palmer returns home to put his life back together and forms an unlikely bond with Sam, an outcast boy from a troubled home. But Eddie's past threatens to ruin his new life and family. I sort of see this one pop out of nowhere on my phone, and then I've gone to watch this one on my phone, says Ryan. The film was surprisingly good. Justin Timberlake nailed this role of Eddie Palmer. Alaska Settings brings a lot of gritty relation to this story, and they handle its subject matter like child bullying and abuse pretty well. In the cons, there was not that much violent moments in the film, and a bit of a slow burn at times, and a lot of cliches from other movies like this one. Yeah, probably if it's one of those dramas where they help each other. You've seen that before, but he's pretty good in this.
Oh yeah, and I did a thought like
Yeah, I think we resent when famous people can do multiple things. We're like, no, just be good at one thing. I liked him in Social Network, but he was basically playing himself in that, or what I imagine he's like.
Yeah, well, or I do see other films of him, like Friends with Benefits and Out for Dogs. And
I've heard of it. Yeah. I mean, he's a child star, going back to Showbiz Kids. So he's been in front of cameras since he was a little boy. So, he's no stranger to it. But good to hear that he is good in this. This film is directed by Fisher Stevens. And in the tagline, it's family is who you make it. So it's about him finding another family, maybe, and helping troubled 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Sorry, after 12 years in prison. So it's not that there is a 12-year-old. He's been in prison for 12 years. He's reforming himself.
Yeah, trying to rebuild himself.
Cool. Sorry, I love how that just popped up on your phone and you went, I've got time. I'll watch that. That's great.
Yeah, because that's how I got like almost 80% of the movie that I watched are from here.
Yeah, recommendations that come up in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, like just the other day, I just looked just like hours ago. Said, oh wait a minute, a new Tom and Jerry movie.
I envy you, Ryan, because I get stuck choosing. I can never go, fine, I'll just watch this one. I scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and then think I'm bored now. But if I just chose something to watch like you, that would be the way. Yeah,
you know what? My mum has the same problems as well. She undecided.
Yeah. So much easier when there were just 3 channels on British TV and you just watch whatever was on. But now you have to choose to watch it. And it's like, do I want to?
So I thought it was a...
Okay, your rating at the end is 3 out of 10, but that could be to do with it being generic and a slow burn.
Last one, I feel I'm gonna merge these two together, but they are related to each other.
Yeah.
Which is Euphoria.
Euphoria.
Thank you very much. Which is the entire first season of Euphoria.
Yeah.
With Zendaya.
So if I just showed the poster, this is the program that Ryan's talking about next.
Yeah, Euphoria, which is look at a no-holds-barred look on teenagers in high school.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. And also I'm gonna add on to a 2-part special called Trouble Don't Last Always. As in 2 parts. They're like 2-part specials.
Is this another program now?
Oh no, it's the same program. They made 2 2-part specials for HBO Max. Probably something to get people excited for season 2.
Of Euphoria?
Yes.
So Ryan has done a review for seasons 1 and 2 and 3. I thought I saw a third one.
Let's talk about season 1 first, which was actually the most dashing looking one I ever seen. Actually the most dashing bit of television I ever seen.
Dashing as in it looks great?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yep.
And I've said it, but Zendaya did, I think, the best work ever.
So Zendaya is one of the characters, or it's starring this person.
Yeah, starring this character, yes.
And narrated by them as well, it says on your review.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I may, just at the beginning it says, so directed by Sam Levinson, Augustine Frizzell, Jennifer Morrison, Pippa Bianco, and written by Sam Levinson. It's based on Euphoria, the Israeli miniseries of the same name, by Ron Lesham and Daphne Levin. So it's based on a miniseries that already existed. This is Netflix's version.
Yeah. Well, no, this is HBO.
Apologies, Ryan, you said that already. So this is HBO's take take on Euphoria, which is another miniseries you might have heard of. And it's narrated by the actor Ryan was just saying, Zendaya. Is that the character's name or the actor's name?
The actor's name.
Okay. The character is Rue, that Zendaya plays.
Yes. Yeah, which is like a troubling alcoholic who is like how we have and trying to like slowly rebuild her life and move into a new neighborhood to a new high school.
Yeah.
So basically all this season was, it's like 90% of the season is her narrating like her time in high school.
Okay, so it's a kind of a coming of age, but her getting through school, and Euphoria suggests that that's okay. Euphoria suggests that it's getting better. Life is getting better.
Yeah, but also like this season actually made me fall in love with Zendaya as an actress.
That's good. Yeah. When an actor captures your attention that way and you just want to see more of them, that's special.
Yeah. And I will say this, it was the first 2 seasons was pretty hard to like get your head around what's happening.
Yeah.
But more like as it like goes on, you get to understand like I see what's going on here.
There's a lot to untangle to begin with.
Yeah.
Drama series follows the life of a group of teenagers dealing with sex, parties, and drug abuse. Rue, played by Zendaya, has come out of rehab, but has no plans to remain clean. Jules is a transgender girl who has had a hard time trying to fit in. Nate struggles with sexual insecurities. Chris is having trouble adjusting to college life. Cassie can't seem to escape her past. And Kat is trying to explore her sexuality. In season 1, the kids go through many challenging events, but despite the difficulties, they learn to deal with what life throws at them. Ryan meant to watch this series first release, but waited to watch it another time, and season 1 was good. The show doesn't shy away from its adult themes. The reason why I've fallen in love with Zendaya as an actress, the colour palette is so alive. The first 2 episodes do make you want to wrap your head around to watch what's going on in the show. The season captured how tough and challenging life as a teenager in high school is. I like the friendship blossoming between Rue and Jules, and at times the show can be easy to lose yourself in. The cons, the high school tropes are there, which are a bore to get through, and one male character I didn't care for at all. Is he the staple bad guy?
Well, pretty much, yes. Pretty much like a stable bad guy.
Yeah. You're not meant to
basically, this is like another one of those high school shows, which, you know, like this, like jock. A complete jock. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my point when I said all the high school tropes are there.
Yeah.
Pretty much you see about 100 million times in dramas.
Okay, yeah, so the setting is a familiar one, but the characters are new and following their...
Yeah, and pretty visually.
Great, yeah, you said dashing. I'll just remind myself of that. You said the visuals were really good. So I remember watching 6 Feet Under when that came out in 2001, off the back of American Beauty, the movie. And again, visually, it was very impressive, at least to begin with. You know, you were just left with images on the screen that made you think, oh, that's really, that's a nice thing to see every week. So I'm glad it's got that hold on you.
Yeah, and also I could say they most before Christmas they released like 2 special episodes, which is like the lead up to season 2, which is like focused on the 2 main characters, the main breakout characters of the show. And as a result of this, this show enabled Zendaya to become like the new African American actress to win a daytime Emmy for this show.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's critically acclaimed, and in particular her acting, because she's the main character. That she's the one, and if she's narrating, it's her story. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, basically looking like she's her narrating pretty much the Noah Hosbard high school life of the current in modern day.
Yeah.
High school drama today.
Have you seen Big Mouth? It's a cartoon.
Oh.
It's about younger teens and their hormonal changes and how there's this make-believe monster that helps them called the Hormone Monster. It's very funny. It's similar territory. It's kids discovering themselves and coming to terms with their sexuality. And I just noticed that people can be a lot more grown up about this now. Programs can really delve into what happens to a teenager as they grow up.
Well, sadly, no, I didn't.
Oh,
But
hopefully I've dropped a seed there.
But I did watch the Willoughbys movie on Netflix, and we watched actually I watched the new season of Bulletproof.
Okay.
Which is like a very short three episodes in season 3, probably because of the pandemic, which is it's all set in South Africa.
Okay, do you want to talk about that now?
Yeah, might as well what we're seeing here, which is Bulletproof season 3 was an easy watch.
Okay.
With Noel Clarke and Ashley Waters. Now, oh no, well, you got the White Show in mind, but that's season 2. No, that's season 1. You got the White Show idea.
What number am I looking for, Ryan?
Season 3.
Season 3. Okay. Is it South Africa?
Yes. Well done.
Crime comedy drama. Bulletproof on Sky. Season 3. Starring Noel Clarke, Ashley Walters, and many more. So this is the 3rd season, so they reprise their roles as lead characters Aaron Bishop and Ronnie Pike, respectively. The friends of 2 British cops at the National Crime Agency who, on holiday in South Africa, become embroiled in a child kidnapping case and decide to team up with local authorities to help catch the kidnapper. Ryan couldn't wait for this new series of Bulletproof set in South Africa, and season 3 was easy to watch.
I think most of the comedy is like from the 2 leads and chemistry with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, Ashley Waters and Noel Clarke. They all work so really well together. Like, wonderful. And I will say the setting of South Africa made this season feel more enjoyable to watch.
So, remind me, are they on holiday there? Yeah, so how come they both go on holiday together? They're cops, they're friends, I guess?
Well, I don't know, maybe just the 2 actors. Probably they're straining there because of the coronavirus, or probably they just like this was recorded before the fun
together because they're friends.
Or Mummy just said they might be friends.
Yeah. No, it wasn't clear. They're not family. Normally family go on holiday together. And if they're colleagues, that would be strange to take your colleague on holiday. But if they're mate, then they went for a lad's holiday to South Africa, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then they end up embroiled in a child kidnapping case. So being caught, they offer their assistance, do they?
Yeah.
All right.
But,
thanks, Wayne.
Yeah, and at some point they don't actually believe them.
Who doesn't believe who?
The cops, the police over there in South Africa. At some point, some of them either like just pretty much like snap, like like somebody like don't get snappy with me.
Okay, I'm following now. It's like 2 different police forces that don't quite relate to each other.
Yeah, because the 2 main leads are from London and the police is from South Africa. But heads a lot.
Okay, I've got a link in my head, which is The French Connection 2, which is a film you probably haven't seen, but it's about an American cop, Gene Hackman, going to Paris, and he has to work with the French police, and they don't like each other. So there's a trope in cinema of that, you know, where the American or the British cop goes to this place and they don't get along. Also, The Guard with Don Cheadle in Ireland, you know, where they don't work the same way. Yeah.
So yeah, sadly the only con I got for this was all the productions for this season was cut down.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I feel when I was watching it, is all 3 episodes, the entire production of this season had to be cut straight down to just 3 because of the impact of the coronavirus, in my opinion.
Okay, so what you said, we weren't sure quite when it was filmed, but if it has been recently, then there's not much they can do. They can't go out to location and that kind of thing.
Oh no, make it more cinematic.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, Ryan, to see what effect, you know, in the next year, between now and a year's time, we'll see whether it's had an effect on cinema in the sense that they couldn't film that shot or they couldn't do this location. It reminds me of Dead Set, the Charlie Brooker thing. When that was made, that came out just after the recession, and he spoke about how there was meant to be like a big car crash, but they couldn't afford it. So the engine just stops in the car. It's things like that, where where the action scene didn't happen because they just couldn't do it. It didn't affect your enjoyment of this show, though.
No,
Right?
definitely not.
That's the important thing to say. It's a problem out there, but they're doing a very good job of not having it impact the program.
No. It does make you feel like you wish what could have been a little bit more episodes. But for 3 episodes, for how much they had to do, I thought this was still an easy watch for anyone who saw the other 2 seasons of this show. You'll probably enjoy it. And also, if you want to look at my recommendations, you will get either from a Sky Q box, which you probably might got or not, or you can try get it on Now TV.
Cool. All 3 seasons are on Sky TV, are they?
Yes. So, thank you very much.
Bye, Ryan.
Yeah.